do any more work. Right? If for some reason we can't beat it, then my company will send you a $100 prepaid Visa card just for your time. Does that sound easy? It's pretty straightforward. So in Japan though, we're involved in energy. Now Zoom Energy is on the 6th floor here. Zoom was actually the first foreign company to be registered to sell electricity in Japan, right? So we are way ahead of the game. There are other foreign companies looking to come in and compete in the market here. But Zoom was actually in 2015 ranked by Inc. magazine the fastest growing privately held energy company in North America. Right? I think it grew at a rate of 16,000%. Which is quite nice. Also this year, not yet, but this year we'll be rolling out Flash Mobile. This will be in the next couple of months, which is a mobile brand using Docomo network, and that's our own brand for internet as well. So just imagine getting paid every month, not only when people use their electricity at home, and getting paid a percentage of that every single month, but then when people start to use their phone. How many people see people walking down the street like this? Anyone see that? Well, just imagine, you know, in 6 months' time, when you see someone doing this down the street, you can think to yourself, I could be getting paid on that, right? Because we will. Internet as well, fantastic services, everyone uses them, and we can make money on that. And Benavita brand as well is a health product brand as well. So I really want to talk about this because the Japan electricity market is where it's at right now. Can I tell you that this is going to be the largest distribution of wealth that Japan and the planet has seen. Liberalization is when you get a monopoly like TEPCO, right? And the government turns around and says, instead of only having one choice, we're going to let other companies come in and sell electricity. So not to create the electricity and not to distribute the electricity, that's still TEPCO, but to buy it in bulk and sell it to people, right? That's called competition, and it helps to drive prices lower, and it's literally just happened last year in Japan, on April 1st last year. The entire country in one hit for electricity. Now, the opportunity here is unbelievable. Why? Because that's 85 million homes and small businesses that we have as potential customers. 8 trillion yen annually. Now, we don't need to be greedy. Who's happy with 1%? That's all I'm looking for, is 1% of Japan's electricity market. Okay? So liberalization, this doesn't happen all the time. This is literally happening right now. It didn't happen for our grandparents. It's not going to happen for our grandkids. Right now, around the world, countries are opening up their markets for competition, and right now is the opportunity to get paid on it. And either you're going to do it or not. It's a modern day gold rush. Imagine having the opportunity when oil first happened, right? To go out and capitalize on that, or railroads, or one of those massive industries. This is the same thing. This is normal people being able to capitalize on one of the largest industries known to humanity. So here's the best part. The government in Japan wants everyone to move to a new provider by 2020. So it's practically forced migration, right? Now that provides opportunity, because at the moment only 3% have chosen a new provider, which means 97% either don't even know that they have a choice, or haven't made a choice, and probably just don't care that much, which is fascinating. Because most people don't care, which is beautiful for us, because they're easy customers. If someone doesn't care, then they're just not going to care. They don't care who they're with. Does that make sense? So our company, Zoom, is America's largest footprint for any electricity provider. 95 domestic foreign markets, registration. Here's the cool part. When I say to a friend here in Japan, I can say I can give you the same or better for your electricity. There's no cost to sign up if you're with TEPCO. There's no cost to leave. Right? We guarantee you in this region, Kanto, we guarantee you that over a 3-month period, if you would have paid less with TEPCO, then we'll refund that. Right? Any difference like that. Okay? So Zoom is coming in a big way. Plus there's an opportunity for free electricity. So not only yourself, just by going out and referring 20 people, but any of your customers, they can actually go out and refer 20 other friends to use Zoom, and they can get their electricity up to free as well, right? And you can get paid on all that work that they did just to get free electricity. So this is great. How do we do it? Social marketing, word of mouth, kuchikomi, right? It's just people talking to people. Now, we all know that word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising. Look at Facebook, right? Facebook began with people just telling people, and now it has over 1 billion people using it, right? They didn't advertise, they didn't need to. People told people. If you want to send your kids to a new school, what do? You ask your friends, where's a good school? You want to find a dentist, you ask your friends, where's a good dentist? We all do referral every single day for all sorts of things. We refer restaurants, we just don't get paid for it. So this gives us the ability to get paid for it, and when you refer a service to ACN, you get paid. The way that we do it is through an online store. The online store here, if you have a look, for example, mine is www.winston, that's my name, .acndirect.com, right? You could have www.trickymickey.acndirect.com, right? So you just choose the name that you want, and boom, you have a website, okay? No programming required, all of it's hosted and run by ACN, and if you sign it up in Japan, then when they go to it, it defaults to the Japanese page. Anyone you know can go there, they click on electricity, they fill out their information, they take a photo of their ID, that's done, and you have a customer, all right? But if you have a look, you'll notice all these flags down the bottom here. Who knows someone in America, right? I do, okay? And if you don't, maybe you know someone who knows someone in America. So they could go to your online store, right? You say to them, just go to my online store, but click the American flag, and they click the American flag, and they can shop for anything that we have in America. So they can get their electricity, their gas, their home security, their TV, their cable TV, they can get their computer tech support, they can get their phone line and their mobile phone and pretty much everything in their house, right? And when they pay their bill to ACN in American dollars, ACN works it all out and they put it in your bank account in yen, right? If your customer over there has a question, they call ACN customer support in America. You don't need to deal with that. It's a different time zone, which means that when these people are cooking their dinner, when these people are using Facebook, you're asleep and making money. Who likes making money when they're asleep? It's a good idea, right?
I get that.
What about Korea? Anyone know someone from Korea? Now it comes up in Korean, all managed by ACN. They can shop for everything that we do in Korea. They pay their bill in Korean won. ACN works it all out, and they put it in your bank account in yen. Same thing for all of the countries that we do business in. So to buy and establish your online store as a business is an establishment cost of 44,900 yen, plus a yearly renewal fee of about ichiman. Okay? So not a lot of money to establish a business, and this is a global business too. Now, let me put it in perspective for you. I used to develop websites. If you asked me for one of these pages, just one page, not including all the infrastructure that ACN provides, and you said to me you're going to pay me that much, I would have said it's not worth my time. I know people that are plumbers who spend 3 or 4 years doing an apprenticeship, and when they finish their apprenticeship, they need to spend $30,000 plus on tools just to set themselves up in business, and one tool would be worth more than that, right? So in terms of business, what you're getting here is an international telecommunications powerhouse, a platform that lets you capitalize on this industries all around the world for yon sen yen is pretty cheap, okay? But what you also have is a willable, sellable, transferable asset, okay? You're not actually just buying like a job, you're buying a business. So this business has a value, and if 5 years down the track you say, I want to sell it, or maybe 50 years down the track you put it in your will, and the income that it generates can get passed on to your kids. All right? So it is a asset class of business. Now we get paid every time people pay their bills. This is residual income. So instead of getting paid once, who here has a job, right? You work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour, right? Or in Japan, you have a salary job, which means you're working way more hours than you get paid for, right? Because that's the way it works here. There are a lot of people in Japan who are hurting, right? Who could really use just some extra income coming in to supplement what they're doing at work, right? To be able to have a little better quality of life. Do you think there's a lot of people in Japan like that? Who would like a little bit better quality of life? Absolutely. So instead of getting paid once for doing the work, we get a share in profits. So we get a percentage of the bill every single month they pay their bill. I'll give you an example. I got customers over 12 years ago, I still get paid every month they pay their bill. Right? That's 12 times 12. That's a lot of months I've been paid for one-time work. Right? But here's the question, how many more months are coming? How many more years are coming in your life that you're already paying these bills anyway, that you could just be making some money back on? Right? Now you can also build a team and you can get paid on a team's commission. Now let me explain what a team is. Who here has a boss? Right? Then you're part of a team. Right? Your boss or the owner is getting paid on your efforts. Does that make sense? And any business is going to operate that same way. Any business has to have a recruit if they want to grow. It's just the same with any organization, whether it's a sports team, whether it's McDonald's, it doesn't matter. So for us, you need to think about this like it's a franchise, a micro franchise, where not only do you have your own franchise, but you own a master franchise, which means that you can go out and offer it as a business opportunity to someone and say, hey, here's a way that you can get paid every time somebody pays phone bills. All of the infrastructure's in place, you can have an online store, and if they say, hey, that's a really great idea, then we help them get customers, right? Now, isn't this cool? Because ACN says, well, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have had that business. So you not only do you get paid, they get paid, but you get paid on those customers every single month that they pay their bills, right? And you're going to get paid on a team from 1/4 to 8% on your team's customer base every single month that your team's customers pay their bills. Now, if someone wants to just become a customer, they don't have to pay the 44,000 yen. Does that make sense? If someone just wants to use the service, support a friend, save a bit of money, or both, then they don't have to pay that, okay? But if someone wants to make money with us and create a business, then they need to pay that and they can become part of your team. Fair enough? Now, that residual income takes time to grow, but this is freedom money. And I want you to have a think about freedom money like this. If in, let's say, 3 years, you know what, 5 years even, who has been working already for longer than 5 years of your life, right? For someone else. I mean, you've already been doing that. Does that make sense? Most people work for 45, 50 plus years and they still retire broke. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So if I could show you a business plan that in 2 to 5 years you could create an income stream that replaced or exceeded what you're earning at the moment, or doubled or tripled, would that make sense? Now that creates freedom, because imagine that you had an income coming in that matched what you're making right now. Let's say it was, I don't know, pick a number, whatever you're making right now, but you didn't have to go into work tomorrow and you still knew that money was coming in. Here's the question, would you still go to work tomorrow? Or would you find something else that you're passionate about and do that instead? Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying you, like, I know a lot of people hate their jobs, but a lot of people also love their jobs. So I'm not saying whether you like or don't like your job, but sometimes it's nice to have the freedom to do something on our terms. Maybe you want to travel a bit. I was chatting to some new team last night, and they're thinking to themselves, I'd love to go to Machu Picchu, one of the guys was saying. The other one's like, I'd love to go to Italy, I love Italian food, right? So we'll get onto that in a little bit. Now, that residual income is going to take some time, but ACN also has a bonus structure in place. So every single time you're helping new online stores, virtual online stores get started and get their first customers, ACN pays bonuses. And as you move up the compensation plan, there's just more money available to you. Okay? Now, here's the thing. It's more money available to you, but the best part is the compensation plan is in black and white. Right? There's your business plan. ACN doesn't judge your background. ACN doesn't judge your gender. ACN doesn't judge your history or your education or your race or any of that sort of stuff. ACN doesn't care about that. All we're looking for is someone that says, there's a system that's proven and it works, and then if I just work, if I just work hard to create something for myself and my family, I can have success with this system. That's it, right? All ACN's looking for is a work ethic and a desire to create something extra for yourself and for your family. By the way, I'm really jealous about that. This is 1% Asia Leadership Pool bonus. So every year, ACN takes 1% of uriage, of the revenue for Asia, and they split that up between the senior vice presidents in Asia. which frustrates me because I'm from Australia. It should be Asia Pacific, but it's not. Okay? So everyone in this room has the opportunity to be able to get paid on that. To give you an idea, in Korea, we went from 0 to about $120 million revenue in 5 years. There are 8 senior vice presidents in Korea. You do the maths. Okay? But you could build to senior vice president. You could never leave Tokyo, right? You could never leave your suburb in Tokyo, right? And you could build to senior vice president multiple times over in Tokyo. There's 38 million people in the region. That's more than Australia, right? And then our next countries that we're going to be moving into are countries like Taiwan and Philippines. And then we're going to look at Hong Kong and China and all of these markets over there, Singapore, right? Who likes the idea of getting paid, I don't know, just 0.1% of India's mobile phone market, right? Or 0.25% of Hong Kong, right? Because here's the best part, someone will. It's that simple. It's just whether it's going to be you or it's going to be someone else that takes advantage of it. Does that make sense? Support, so there's a lot of support, there's training available, there's online training. ACN has an award-winning back office that lets you actually monitor and track your entire business. It actually lets you track your customers around the world, everything. There's a lot of training events in this office. There's English, Korean, Chinese and Japanese training events, as well as business overviews in English and Korean, Chinese and Japanese, of course. Facebook pages, websites, YouTube videos. See, there's an unlimited amount of resources, because here's one of the things that I love most about this business. It's not just about making lots of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's good too, okay? But it's also about a lot about personal development. And a lot of people come to this business and they go, I don't know what to do, or I don't know if I have the confidence or the ability to actually do something like this. But our job and our role is not just to help you make money, but to build you as a person and create confidence in yourself. Like for me, when I first started this business, I was rubbish, absolute rubbish. But I knew it worked. So all I had to do was subscribe myself to the system and go through a lot of personal development and a lot of growth. And here's the thing, you build a person, you'll build a business, right? So that personal development, I know a lot of people who would give up the income and still be happy just from the personal development that they've gone through when they build a business with ACN, right? So I'm very passionate about that particular aspect. That's why I like to share it. I know a lot of other people are very passionate about that too. So that's it in terms of the business overview. I do want to ask 3 questions. I am going to do a very quick training shortly. I'll take a break for a couple of minutes, have a drink, and then I'm going to give you guys a really quick training on how you can get started, how you can acquire a customer, so how to speak to a friend to get them as a customer without having to be salesy, which is really useful, right? How to recruit, so how to invite people to come and look at the information, again, without losing friends, okay? It's not necessary, right? And then I'm going to show you a little bit about the compensation plan, so how you can actually make some money, and there's some bonuses on the table this month that are insane. There is, on top of the quick start bonuses, which is Juman, Nana, Man, I don't know, it's a lot, right? There's like a big bonus there. There's another 7 million yen bonus as well available for people that want to work really hard and build to regional vice president. So in time, so I'm going to run you through that information too. So we'll take a quick break, but while you're having a break, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. The first is, if not you, then who? Right? If not you, then who? Who deserves to get, who pays your bills? Right? Who deserves to get paid on your bills? I mean, you're going to pay them for your entire life anyway. Someone else is already making money on something you're paying for every single month anyway. So if not you, then who's going to make money on that, right? Who deserves to create something for your family? Who deserves to create, to be able to knuckle down and to be the one that plants a flag and says, look at the change that I made in this family tree, right? So if not you, then who? Now the second question I want you to ask yourself is this: if not this, then what? Right? There's plenty of opportunity out there. There's lots of ways to make money. More importantly, there's lots of ways to make residual income too, a passive income stream. You could buy property, right? But that requires cash. You could buy stocks, but that requires cash. You could write a book. Everyone's got a book in them. Time, publishing, all the rest of it. You could sing a song. I mean, we could go to karaoke right now, record it, drop it on iTunes and see if we get rich, right? All of these things require a lot of work and a lot of effort, right? You know, you could buy art. There's so many things that you can do in life to create a passive income. But think about this. For 44,000 yen, you can take advantage of a company like this that already has a proven system where you can create a residual income. I want you to have a think about this, right? My first check that I made from ACN for residual income, my bonuses were more than that, was that much. Actually, it was this much. $12.86. Does that seem like a lot of money? No?
No.
Would anyone quit their job for that? No? See, here's what I knew, because I'm a businessman, I'm investing in a business. In Australia, it cost me $500 to buy this business, right? That's how much it cost me in Australia. So if I'm making this much every single month, that's over a 24% return on my investment. Already, I'm making over 24% back on my money. Now, you can go and buy stocks or shares or property, but where are you going to get 24%? Does that make sense? So the thing about residual income that a lot of people just don't understand is that they don't understand the power and the value of it. It doesn't even have to be much to be significant. Does that make sense? But what if it was just $100 a month, or $200 or $500, right? Or $1,000 a month? I've got a lady in my team, they were making between $500 and $1,000 a month. She was a mum, home mum, 3 kids. Husband got sick, Chris got sick, right? Couldn't work, but because ACN was, and so because ACN was paying them the $500 to $1,000 a month, they were able to keep their home, right? Because life happens, doesn't it? Sometimes those things are out of your control. So if not this, then what, right? And then the last question I want you to ask yourself is this: if not now, then when? See, deregulation is only going to happen once, right? This shift in wealth, the massive shift in wealth, the forced migration, right? If not now, then when? Because in 2 years down the track, someone that you know is going to ring you and say, you should check out this opportunity, it's called ACN, and you're going to be like, I should have done that back. I saw this weirdo from Australia talking about this. I wish I'd done that. So if not now, then when? So that's it from me, guys. I do appreciate your time. I'm going to give a couple of minutes break, and then I'm going to do that quick training for you guys. Is that okay? Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.